What's up, everybody? This is the Digital World Podcast, and you're seeing the controlled demolition of the U.S. economy and the world economies at large. And what this is going to lead to is going to be the digital ID. Digital ID is the ultimate end game for all these central banks. And so here I'm going to show you some tad bits on that. So here's Adam Taggart saying, wants to see an unfolding global recession and what it looks like. Here are the shipping containers and their rates. Shipping containers are the blood vessels of the economy, and their circulation is going into arrest. They're down 75% from last year's peak. So you see here, I mean, and these are from like different, from city to cities around the world. And you can see that, I mean, they're just drastically down. And that's going to affect the global economy. Here you see good points that prices aren't back to pre-pandemic levels, but my emphasis here is on rate of change. This is a sharp deceleration. When I add too many that the global economy is hurtling towards recession, if not in one already. So it's the fact of how sharp we've dropped from these prices. And another thing to keep in mind is a lot of these companies are getting excess inventory from the fake demand that they got during 2020. And they're just now getting some of those materials. But there's not that demand. The demand just disappeared. So now they're getting all this inventory, and they're stopping their ordering or their manufacturing. And so you're seeing a sharp decline, as sharp as you're seeing here. We see Facebook is reportedly laying off thousands of employees. So that's getting started on that front. Here's this guy I follow who's a dealership guy. He says people are sending me these stories about a lot of these used dealer lots. And they said today they bought a 2019 Highlander, or had the opportunity to buy a 2019 Highlander with 15,000 miles for $36,000 before taxes and fees. And he found out that they paid $44,000 for this car. And so, I mean, these are major losses on these vehicles. 8,000. I mean, sheesh, that's a huge loss. And this is what's gonna keep happening. So if you want a vehicle, you just gotta keep being patient, because the opportunities will come to buy a used vehicle. And so this is what's happening around these dealers. Here we see that OPEC agrees major cut of 2 million barrels a day. That's going to affect gas prices. And I'm telling you, this small pullback was temporary. And that's because we're, withdrawing from our strategic reserve. And what is that going to do for our strategic reserve? Well, we see here that the U.S. oil piggy bank is half empty. Just as OPEC announced they're cutting 2 million barrels of supply per day. And now it's looking like futile, like Wall Street Silver says. It's getting depleted, and we're getting to dangerous levels. Here we see it's shrunk to a 40-year low to almost 250 million barrels. Folks, I mean, this is of concern, because when we get really low and there's an emergency, we don't have reserve, well, where we're going to source it from, especially if they've shut down all these the fracking industry. Also, we see here that the national debt has surpassed $31 trillion. I mean, and this can easily start climbing fast if you start seeing, central banks pumping more money into the system. What you saw in 2020 is but a fraction of what could come. And the Fed and other central banks have been saying they have unlimited tools. And unlimited, I mean, we can enter a very, very serious scenario come, 2-3 years from now. Folks, the end game is digital IDs. They want people to suffer and beg for the solution. But that solution will be their demise. But people want short-term relief in favor of, whatever is best for the long term. That's just the way people are wired these days. They don't think things through. Here you see the U.S. investment grade performance by year from 89 to 2022. And we are not doing great in comparison to other years. So, that in mind, folks, prepare. These videos are to help serve as a source of information so you can do your due diligence. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.